There's talk this week that Nico O'Reilly was the subject of a bid from Chelsea, but City turned it down. You obviously still think he's a big part of it here?
We had a lot of problems with injuries, and still we have a lot of problems. So we are not able to loan players or sell players right now. So that's why we need Nico and all the players, and Naka, Divine, and many players that we have. We need all of them because there are a lot of games, and we need them.
And also, Pep, since Kyle Walker left, Kevin steps up as captain. Is that right? Is that what happens? Do you see him as an obvious captain? Has he got the right sort of characteristics?
Everyone is everyone. So Kevin is his personality as a captain, and we are pleased because the players choose him, and we're gonna deserve because he's the oldest players here many years, and be a captain is an honor for all of us.
If I can ask a couple of questions. Firstly, it was Cheeky's last window. Could you describe why that relationship with you two has worked so well?
We trust each other, I would say. We understand the whole football. We don't judge for just, of course, the results. We are happy and happy when getting good. And I mean, an incredible job here, unbelievable job for many, many years, in many, many terms, and bring incredible players and how patient it is in all the tough situations. So, yeah, he make an incredible job as well this time.
Can I ask you about at the Arsenal game? It's been time to reflect on the game. Their celebrations have been highlighted quite a lot about the yoga celebrations. I mean, what's your reflections on that? And would you encourage your players to celebrate wildly and kind of in the faces of their opponents?
No, come on. It's reactions. It happened, and it's later in our games. Maybe we'll find in a Champions League this season. Otherwise, it's over. The chance we can face, and next season we try to beat them. This season we could not do it at home and away, and that's all. So it's not. It's really, really not important.
Just ask about Nico Gonzalez. Because he plays in the same position as Rodri, is there a danger that maybe there'll be added pressure on him from the outside, that people may see him as a solution to this big problem that you've had this season?
No, they can play alongside. With both have a good pace to go forward. Nico have played in Barcelona number 10, for example, right to the box, can play in that position as a holding midfielder. So his terms of physicality, he's quite tall and in long balls, and his pace, and especially the player who comes for the academy for the players, his I would say his patterns in the body shapes and the quality in the controls in the read the game is really there. Of course, he has to adapt to the Premier League. I don't know how much it will take. Some players need a little bit more, sometimes less, but we are really pleased that he's here because especially for that, for the age, he's a player for the next many, many years. And Rodri, hopefully next season will be back, but maybe after ACL play 60, 70 games like played last seasons. It's always a risk, and that's why you have with Cole as well, you have another player that can play in that position.
And given the tough February that you've got, the level that Nico was playing at, he's been at Barcelona, he's played at a level at Porto. Do you think he's ready to have an impact in those really, really tough games that you've got in February?
Yeah, I think he's ready. But we'll see. We'll see the next days, tomorrow, and we'll see how is the training session. The first impact is good yesterday and today, but of course I will not put in pressure on his shoulders and have to solve all the problems that we have. He just come to help us to be more stable team and to play better. That's it.
Pep, is it how difficult is the team selection for tomorrow, just given what you've been through over the last few weeks with a number of games and then what you've got coming up as well?
Not much, but we have still many injured players coming back, but still we are in a situation much better than the past. obviously reasons for the new signs. We have new 4 players. Otherwise, we'll be in the same situation that we've been all year. Still have players that they are in the verge, to come back, but still they are not ready. So have not been so complicated this time.
And with the new signings, could you conceivably play the 2 defenders and Gonzalez tomorrow, or is it? Because it's like a traditional cut tie. It's not the easiest one to come into for a new player.
We'll see. I have an idea for the lineup. Have 1 or 2 doubts, but can happen. Maybe 2 in the same time is a little bit risk. Play at home maybe, not away. This team that is really, really good is doing really well lately. So, but we'll see. We'll see tomorrow.
Hi, Pep. Just on the players that are coming back in terms of Ruben and Nathan and Jeremy, do they need to play tomorrow if they're going to play any minutes against Real Madrid on Tuesday?
Yeah, it will be good, but if they are not fit completely, they take a risk just for them, maybe get injured again. So we have a lot of competition with doctors, with the physios, to see how we might handle. There are players that the injured they come from are easier to handle. The other ones are more complicated. So we'll see. We have 11 players to go through tomorrow.
In terms of Nico Gonzalez, you spoke a little bit about it in terms of like the body positions and stuff. How much of an advantage is it for a player that's been at Barcelona when they're learning the game to come here at City? Like, how much will that help?
Barcelona, the academy of Barcelona is something extraordinary that I think this club make an incredible step closer there especially learn for the early ages to talk about the fundamentals. In the sports, always there in terms of physicality, but as quick as possible, we have 8, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old and talk about the body shapes, the controls in which feet, the passing, the right, foot for your mate, and read the situation happen, read it. They help you there, start from early. And Nico was there when he was in the kind of Barcelona, in his generation, one of the best players who played in Barcelona team. And maybe he was not there for many times because sometimes when you have the position there, maybe Busquets is there, maybe Pedri is there, maybe top players are there, and you don't have that space. And sometimes you have, and sometimes the young players want to arrive and nobody's there, so it's easier to do it. And that's why maybe Nico, but the quality is there, and I think he make a step up, especially in Porto. I think Conceição helped us a lot to mature, to bring in his game something like maybe didn't have, and especially play regularly and a play like you have to win the Porto League, that you have to compete in Europe because of Porto every season play in Europe. So, and yeah, we follow him for a long time, and I think when he was in the car in Barcelona, we tried to to bring him here. It was not possible, and at the end, the situation that we have that we are looking for many times since a few months since Rodri was injured. So he came in, and especially for that, all the players are so young. So it's for the next 6-7 years. So that's why it's nice for the club.
And he can play as a holding midfielder higher up as well. You mentioned in the pockets. Do you need him to be more of a holding midfielder over the next few months?
Yeah. I didn't. Right now, I didn't bring him to play in position more up front. Up front, we have much more players. But in that position, of course, maybe one day can play there, but mainly the decision is play there in front of the central defenders.
Hi, Pep. Unusually for this club, you spent big in the January transfer window. There's some speculation that, or a feeling that, maybe that was done as a preemptive strike because the club may get a transfer embargo if you're found guilty of all of the charges that you're facing through the Premier League. What is your reaction to that, and is there any truth to that?
Reaction about the people coming?
Well, there's a feeling that you've done all this transfer activity because one of the punishments could be a transfer embargo if you're found guilty of the charges. I just wondered your reaction to that.
That I'm not agree, but my words were not convinced with something style that we have just that attribute are a wealthy position. Just let you know, the last 5 years we are in the Spain net, the last one in the top 6. But in the last 3 years we are the last in the top 6 in the Spain net. So even after what we have spent this transfer window, so we are away from Chelsea, from United, from Arsenal, from Tottenham, even from Liverpool. For the one reason why we sell a lot the last season. But even with that, I know in this club it's always just about the money. Respect. The other one will be, I think, soon. In 1 month, I think will be the verdict, and to do it, and the sentence. And after we'll see my opinion about what happened so far. Still, at the end, every club can do whatever they want, right? If we can spend it, we will have the money. The money, because in the last 5 years, 3 years, in the last 10, we are the third. And the last 5 in the last third, winning what we want. We are behind the top 6 teams. So I'm sorry. For the comments, that's why I'm not agree.
Hi Pep, I think Rodri is in your Champions League squad. May I just ask, what's the percentage of him ever been playing